Yay! Okay, so this video is based on popular demand. I've had two, three, four tutors come to me and then they'll say, they come on my videos and they make complaints. You're always talking about online tutoring companies. You don't talk about someone who wants to start on their own. So today I'm going to be talking about starting your own online tutoring company and how you can go about it, what is needed, and so you can prepare yourself and go ahead and start your online tutoring journey or your own online tutoring company that you've been looking forward to starting. And just in case this is your first time here, my name is Miss Blessing and this is I Teach with Miss B. Please do well to click on the like, subscribe, and share button. And I share educational contents that make teachers scale. If you're a classroom teacher and you're looking for a way to move into the online tutoring field, this video is one that you must watch. So let's look at how you can start your own online tutoring company or run your own solo tutoring company. Now, maybe you don't want to employ people, you want to just do it for yourself. I'm going to be telling you the things that you will need to set up so that you can have or land the first client that you need or land the first client that you need to start your online tutoring company. Now, let's be honest, education is fast changing right now. A lot of people, a lot of parents are venturing into tutoring online or yes, tutoring their children online or getting online tutors for their parents because one, like I said in my previous videos, I said it's cheaper to do to get online teachers here, and then it is more money for us here getting parents or clients from overseas. So for online tutoring, it is important that as a teacher, you know what is needed for you to start your online tutoring job, okay? Or for you to get the clients that you might need or the paying client that you need for your online tutoring company. The first thing you need to do as an online tutor to get your clients or to start your own solo or company as an online tutor is number one, find your niche. What's your niche? When I talk about niche, I'm talking about do you teach maths? Do you teach English? Can you do verbal reasoning? Do you teach science? I'm not, in a physical classroom, we get to teach all the topics. We can teach 16 subjects as a classroom teacher in Nigeria. Yes, we can. And we actually do. I know someone that teaches 23. The only thing she doesn't teach is French. So, which I'm sure that if she can speak, the school will tell her to also teach French. So if you're an online tutor or you're a teacher that wants to venture into online tutoring and you don't know where to start from, the first thing is choose your niche. Are you good at English? I know you can teach person English, but which one is your strong point? That you know that they wake you up. What can you teach? Okay. So when I started first as an English teacher, and then I learned how to teach exam classes, and then I learned how to do verbal reasoning because the UK verbal reasoning or yes, the verbal reasoning done in the UK is different from the one we do here in Nigeria, right? So I had to learn all of those things and upskill myself, learn how to teach IGCSE or GCSE students English and all of that. So if you are coming in, do you want to learn? Do you know maths? What do you know in maths? How well do you know your maths? Again, when I say choose your niche, can you teach children in EYFS? Okay, or can you teach key stage 1 or key stage 2 students, or can you teach key stage 3, key stage 4 students? For me, I can't go to EYFS because that's not my strong point. I can't do that. I can't go teach. I can teach key stage 1, but it's not really something I know I'm really strong at. My strength is in key stage 2. That's we're looking at students in grade 3, or yeah, we're looking at students from grade 3 to grade 6. This is where my strength really is. And then KS4, that's like SS1 to SS3 in our Nigerian curriculum. So what classes can you teach? What do you really know how to do? So choose your niche. For instance, I'm even thinking there are some people, some teachers that are really good at preparing students for exams. So if you say your own strength is in preparing students for exam, dwell there, okay, and then make a big business out of it. Because truth of the matter is, students will write exam every year. True. Students will write exam every year. So if you are preparing for the exam or you're preparing students for the exam, ensure that they are doing it well. Okay, when you're done finding your niche, the second thing I want you to do is build your business. Now, get a name. What name? Okay, so whatever name you're choosing should be centered around education or learning, okay? Should have edu in it, it should have learning in it, something that is going to be catchy, okay? Don't go and pick something as and Sons Enterprise. please, please, please don't pick those kind of names. Okay, pick professional names that you know that you can even register, and because right now you're just starting, right? So it might not be so big right now, but you know that it's something that you can use on the long run, even though later you might want to change it. But just know that you can use it on the long run. So choose a good name that you could use for your business. Okay. Now, when you have chosen the name that you want to use for your business, ensure that, like I said, the name is also catchy. Okay, the name is catchy. Then the next thing to do is design a small flyer. Now, I usually talk about editing skills. You might not be an editor, but please go on Canva. You will see templates that you could just edit and put your name in. Okay, you could do a logo on Canva, put it on the flyer that you're going to be creating on Canva as well. This will not take you more than 30 minutes. You're done. Okay, so you could find a logo, edit the logo, take it in. You could on Canva, you could go on Canva and say educational logos. So it's going to bring up educational logos for you that you could use. Now, if you see anyone that you like, you could pick it there. You could download the logo, take it to ChatGPT and ask, how can I input my name? This is my business name. I want to input it into this logo. How can I do that? Now, ChatGPT can even tell you what fonts to use and how to go about that. And you will see that you've created your logo. Now you go back to Canva, put in the details ChatGPT have told you, and then you go ahead and create your logo. Same thing with your flyer. When you're done creating your logo, you can put a logo on the flyer and then you edit that this is what you're into. I recently got a teacher that said she wants to learn online tutoring, but she has a flyer. How did she get the flyer? She heard one of my videos when I talked about going to Canva and editing something there and putting your name in, and then you have a logo or a flyer, whatever it is. And her flyer came out beautiful. So you don't relax and say, oh, I need to find an editor. You don't really need all of that. You can do it on your own on your phone. Even the free version of Canva can give you a lot. Even if you don't have the pro version, it can give you a lot. That's number 4 is now finding your clients. This is where the work comes in. Now, for you to get clients, there are some places I will advise you join. Join parents group, join community of families abroad. On Facebook, you see a lot of these groups. Please join these groups. Now, the reason why I'm saying that you should join, start with people around you, yeah? Start with your family, start with your friends. I'm sure that there is a family or a friend that you know that is abroad. Okay, just tell them that I am an online tutor or I'm a teacher. I do this, I do this, I do this. I teach math and English, or I teach maths. If you have anybody there that the child is going to school and wants a tutor, I will even do a trial class for the person and all of that. Once you are able to tell 4 or 5 people, you see one person out of all of them is going to reach out to you and say, oh yes, truly I want a tutor or something. So start with your community. Okay, even in church, you have people around you that they have people outside the country, right? So you could reach out to them and then tell them that you run an online tutoring business, or you have an online tutoring business, that they should connect you. And like I said, if you watch my previous video on giving feedback, if you do a trial lesson for the student and you give a good constructive feedback, there's no how the parent is not going to take you. Okay, so it is important that you give a good feedback. It's also important that you give a good, you offer trial lessons. Okay, some people do not like offering trial lessons because they say, it's a free class. I will say, give free classes. Your first class should be a trial class. It should even be like a diagnostic class. When I mean diagnostic, you give them tests that you know that, okay, this is where the child's strength is, and this is where the child's strength is not, isn't. Okay, and then you could also use it as an onboarding session. Maybe you're using the OneNote or you're using Miro, whatever app you're using. You use it as an onboarding session, so you know that, okay, the parents can now reach out to you and say, we've seen what you've done. We are moving forward with this and all of that. It is very important. Please, if you watch at this point, I know you're learning something new. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button. So we're moving to number 5. So number 5 here, we're going to be talking about pricing. Please, I know a repetitor that reached out to a parent. You are just starting and you're pricing the parents 15,000 naira per hour. No, please don't do that. So your pricing should not be too high or it should not be too low. If it's too low, I know on Superprof or one of those platforms, I've seen teachers say 2,000 naira per hour, too low. Some parents will feel like this person is just hungry. No. So your price should be within the range of 5 to 10 or 5 to 12, okay, depending on what you're teaching. That's why I say niche, very important. Your niche can determine how high or how low you're going to charge. For instance, I will not charge a student or a parent who brings a regular student the same way I will charge a parent who is paying for an exam class. They're two different things, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Know your niche, and your niche should affect your pricing. Again, try to give discounts. So if a parent comes and say, oh, we're going to be doing 3 classes a week or 2 classes a week, give a discount, okay? Oh, okay, since you're doing 2 classes a week, instead of this particular price, I'm going to take out this amount of money so that you can pay. You see that the parents, oh, thank you so much. And then they are so excited that you have given them a discount. You're still going to make your money, okay? You're still going to make your money. So your pricing should not be too high to chase the parent, and it should not be too low for them to start doubting if you are hungry, that's why you're giving them that price or not. Again, you could choose to charge hourly, or you could choose to charge monthly. If you're doing a monthly charging, like I said, you have to think of what you're how many hours a day, or how many hours a week you're teaching the child, and how long the lesson is. It 1 hour? Is it 1 hour 30 minutes? So all of this should be included in your pricing or when you're giving your price to parents. Well, number 6 is delivering amazing lessons. This is very important. Your lesson slides, your lesson presentation, everything that you're going to be giving out should show quality. That's why I usually encourage teachers. If you have the money, pay for resources. Go to IXL, go on Twinkle, go on yes, IXL, Twinkle, Super Teacher. There are lots of them. Yes, CGP Plus. Go to these sites. Oak Academy. I think Oak Academy gives free resources here. Download the slides, download the videos. You could use videos to teach, you could use slides to teach. Ensure that your lessons are engaging and interactive. Do not be the only one talking. Okay, you're a new tutor, you're new into this thing. You don't want the child to be bored, because if the child is happy, then the parents are happy. Very important. Take note of this. If the child is happy, then the parents are happy. So you don't want the child to be bored. You don't want to be the only one talking, talking, talking. You ensure your lessons are engaging, interactive, and then in fact, it should be very interesting enough to keep the child wanting to come back. So even if the parents say, I'm not doing it again, the child will say, no, ma, I enjoyed, mom, I enjoyed the lesson. Actually enjoyed it. So I want to go back again. So please take note of this. Your lessons should be interesting, deliver amazing lesson, and at the end, you give a feedback. This is what we did today. This is what the child has learned, and this is what we are going to work on in our next class. Always let the parent know that there's something to look forward to in the next class. Okay, and then when you're coming in the next class, let your lessons go or align with the feedback you have given in the previous class. Don't come with a new lesson topic altogether when you have not finished, or when you've already given them an idea, this is what we're going to learn, and then you change it all of a sudden. Everything should align. So that is why it's good to plan your lessons even before you start with the. And the seventh one I want to talk about is growing and scaling. Now, if you have done this over time and you feel, okay, it is time for me to now start bringing tutors in, then go ahead and start bringing tutors in. When the good thing is, or the beautiful thing is, one parent can bring in a lot for you. I remember a teacher that I trained, and he started with one parent in the US. He started with one parent in the US, and the parent introduced him to other parents in her community. Now he's the one not sleeping. He's the one not sleeping because he has a lot of parents inside, or a lot of parents that now he's the one looking for, oh, are you available? There's a parent that needs this. There's a parent that, now you begin to bring in teachers because you have a lot of demand based on your professionalism. Okay, you have to stay professional so that more parents can come in. When more parents come in, you now bring in teachers as well. Remember, we talked about putting out your flyer. Your flyer is also another interesting thing that could also bring in parents to you. So while you bring them in, also ensure that the teachers that you're bringing in are also trained professionals like you, because one teacher can destroy your business. Very important. One teacher can destroy your business. So if you are thinking of starting alone, or you're thinking of making it very big, you just want to scale, ensure that your teachers or whoever you're bringing in, they are trained. I have trained teachers. If you're looking for trained teachers, I have trained teachers that you could also take in as well. So if you're looking for trained teachers, just reach out to me. I'm more like a consultant for teachers and online tutoring company. That's one new thing that I just started. So if you're looking for teachers as well, I have them as well. The last thing I want to talk about is your call to action. So don't sleep and fold your hands. Yeah. This is your roadmap to starting your own personal journey. And in the course of this month, I'm going to bring in online tutors that have made it. When I mean these people are making millions every month. When I say millions every month, these people are making it every month. I'm going to be bringing them each within from now till the end of the year. Every month we're going to be having tutors who come in to tell their story of how they started their online tutoring journey. And I know you want to hear that. I know that you want to listen so you don't make the mistakes that they made. There's one person, the person that's going to talk to us this month. When I reached out to her, she said she'll be happy to share her not so interesting, beautiful online tutoring journey, but she's a big brand owner that has tutors under her. So in the course of this month, we're going to be having a live session with her, and you're going to see how she started. You're going to hear how she started, and then you can also put in the work. Start yours at once. You see, this sky is large enough for everyone to fly. Okay, so this is your roadmap to starting your online tutoring journey. And if you watch to this point, I know that you've learned a lot. You've learned how to start your journey. You've learned what to do. Okay, ensure that you stay professional in everything you do. Stay professional. And thank you for watching. I'm going to see you in my next video. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button. I'll see you next time. Bye.